30 years after Edward Burns made his remarkable indie breakthrough with the Brothers McMullen, a film that charmed audiences with its warmth, humor and deeply human portrayal of three Irish-American brothers, the McMullen family finally returns to the big screen. The long-awaited follow-up, The Family McMullen, arrives with all the heart, humor and generational perspective that made the original film such an enduring favorite, but now broadens its scope with new characters, evolving relationships and the challenges of a family still trying to figure life out, only now with double the complications. What began as a scrappy 1990s indie story about identity, loyalty and love has matured into a sophisticated generational comedy about the ways family shapes us long after we think we've grown up. Edward Burns, who once paid homage to his Queen's upbringing through raw and intimate storytelling, once again writes and directs the film, capturing the same grounded authenticity that defined his early work. But this time, Burns explores his themes with the perspective of a seasoned filmmaker and a storyteller who has lived enough life to add texture and wisdom to the McMullen universe. In the first film, the brothers were navigating their 20s, stumbling through relationships and battling their own flaws. Now, in The Family McMullen, Barry McMullen is in his 50s, juggling adult responsibilities, changing expectations, and the emotional complexities that come with parenting 20-something kids. Instead of simply revisiting old dynamics, the sequel expands the family web and explores how every generation faces its own romantic missteps, crises of identity and moments of unexpected clarity. Burns reprises his role as Barry McMullen, offering a portrayal that blends the character's youthful soul-searching with the grounded weariness of a man who has lived, loved and still doesn't have all the answers. Barry's journey in the new film is a rich and humorous look at midlife romantic confusion, as he finds himself caught between nostalgia and new possibility. Adding a fresh layer to the story is the introduction of Barry's adult children, whose love lives are every bit as chaotic as their father's. Watching Barry try to guide his kids through emotional territory he still struggles to master is one of the film's most endearing and relatable elements. Michael McGlone once again returns as Patrick McMullen, whose presence brings the same sharp comedic energy fans loved in the original. Patrick, now older but not necessarily wiser, faces his own romantic upheavals, proving that no matter how much time passes, some aspects of life remain unpredictable. Connie Britton also reprises her role as Molly, the widowed sister-in-law who played a quieter but essential emotional anchor in the first film. In The Family McMullen, Molly steps into the spotlight, navigating her own late-in-life romantic complications with charm, vulnerability and a refreshing sense of independence. Britton's portrayal adds sincerity and maturity to the ensemble, offering a counterpoint to the McMullen brothers' sometimes chaotic approach to relationships. The film enriches its world with a compelling lineup of new cast members who bring fresh chemistry and generational energy to the story. Emmy and SAG Award nominee and Golden Globe winner Tracee Ellis Ross joins the cast, lighting up the screen with her effortless charisma and comedic timing. Her presence signals a shift in the McMullen world, more perspectives, more diversity and a broader tapestry of emotional experiences. Ross's role intersects with the McMullen family in surprising and delightful ways, creating some of the film's most poignant and entertaining moments. Halston Sage, known for X-Men, Dark Phoenix and Prodigal Son, delivers a layered performance full of warmth and humor, while Juliana Canfield from Succession brings emotional complexity and subtle depth to her character. Pico Alexander adds an engaging youthful charm, creating memorable dynamics within the younger generation of the McMullen family. And Brian Darcy James, a SAG Award winner recognized for his work in Spotlight, brings gravitas and grounded realism to the film's expanded ensemble, helping tie the story's emotional threads together. Behind the scenes, a talented creative team helps bring Burns' vision to life. Ellen H. Schwartz, Aaron Lubin and Burns himself serve as producers, ensuring the film retains the personal, intimate filmmaking style that made the original so beloved. Executive producer Claudine Marat also helps guide the project with a focus on emotional authenticity and character-driven storytelling. William Rexer returns as director of photography, crafting a visual style that balances the warmth of family life with the vibrant energy of New York. Sam Batter's production design grounds the story in spaces that feel lived in, familiar and emotionally resonant. Editor Janet Gaynor shapes the film's pacing with a careful blend of comedy and drama, while composer Seamus Egan delivers an evocative score that echoes the spirit of the original film while introducing new musical textures. What makes The Family McMullen so compelling is the way it honors the original film while offering something entirely new. Fans of the Brothers McMullen will feel a surge of nostalgia in moments, through the familiar banter between siblings, the familial debates around love and personal responsibility, and the unmistakable McMullen humor. But Burns wisely avoids leaning too heavily on the past. Instead, he expands the world, exploring how relationships evolve across decades and how the dynamics of family both change and stubbornly stay the same. The generational divide between Barry and his children adds new comedic rhythms and poignant conflicts that resonate with audiences of all ages. In many ways, the film is a reflection on time, how it heals, complicates, surprises and sometimes repeats old lessons in new forms. Barry's journey into 50-something dating is not simply a comedic scenario but a meaningful exploration of adulthood, how we grow, what we lose, and what we rediscover about ourselves. Patrick's struggles bring honesty to the portrayal of aging, while Molly's story offers insight into resilience and new beginnings. Meanwhile, Barry's kids serve as a reminder that every generation faces its own versions of heartbreak, confusion and hope, and that the messy pursuit of love is a universal experience. Burns' signature writing blends quick-witted dialogue with emotional sincerity, offering a film that, like life, balances laughter with vulnerability. Much like his earlier works, She's the One, Sidewalks of New York and of course The Brothers McMullen, this film feels personal, grounded and rooted in everyday truths about family and relationships. Yet it also feels refreshed, modern and reflective of the complexities of contemporary life. As the story unfolds, the McMullen family faces moments of tension, growth and revelation, culminating in a heartfelt narrative about the power of connection, whether romantic, familial or self-discovered. The film doesn't shy away from the imperfections of its characters, instead, it embraces them, creating a portrait of a family that is messy, loving, flawed, funny and undeniably real. The Family McMullen arrives in theaters on October 15, 2025, presented by Warner Brothers Pictures in association with Marlborough Road Gang Productions and distributed via Fathom Entertainment. For longtime fans and new audiences alike, the film offers an emotional, humorous and deeply human journey that celebrates the bonds that hold families together, even when everything else feels uncertain. It is a reminder that no matter how old we get, we are always learning, always growing and always navigating the beautiful chaos of love and family.